I think it's fine. I'll check this out. Feels fine. Hold on a moment. Yeah. You don't want to kiss him?
Are we starting? Should I?
Are we?
Sure.
Are we starting?
Well,
Okay. So,
We're ready. You all ready?
I do ask that, as I'm going to do it myself, if you could please silence your phone, even if you're taking pictures and stuff. Just silence
make
them
sure
so that my husband's not calling in the middle of this asking where my daughter's coffee uniform is.
We're good.
And is this one?
Everything was put in. Remember to. Do we have something to drink? Do we drink out of the glass first?
No.
No. Okay.
You just
Great.
Don't worry, I got that.
Okay.
Andy, is this phone silenced?
No.
Is this one silenced?
Okay, never mind. I got it. I know how to use it.
Hence why I made that announcement.
This will make great B-roll.
I agree.
Dad's gonna edit it.
And please do take as many pictures as you would like. So.
Can you make sure he's sitting? I don't want him to fall. You want him to stand? Let him stand. Okay.
All right. So.
No more tech.
No more tech stuff. We're all good. Let the motorcycles go by. Hi. All right. Everybody's good? We're recording. We're set?
Yep.
All right. Dearest friends and family, we are gathered here on this beautiful day to witness the union of Andrew Semegram and Matthew Trieber. So how do you measure love? Daylights, sunsets, and coffee. For Andy and Matt, it's been all of those, and operas, and travel, and dog walks with gardeners. Each of you is here today because you've played an integral part in their intertwining lives, be it through work or family, music, game nights, or attending Indigo Girls or Fish concerts and late-night diner runs in your teens, or all of the above. All of the above. In the 12 years that Andrew and Matt have spent together, which my husband Jeff asked me to tell you is the perfect amount of time before you get married, you've built a foundation for a lifelong relationship. You met through your mutual friend Seth and have both said that they fell in love very quickly. I remember the first time Andy introduced me to Matt. They were visiting New Jersey, and Andy and I left Matt at the house with my tiny daughter and Jeff, sitting on the couch discussing fish while we went in search of a black and white cookie. Andy spent a very important thing. Andy spent the entire outing through bakeries and kosher nosh in Glenrock talking about Matt and absolutely glowing. And when we came back, Jeff and Matt were in the same spot, still talking about music. And I knew Andy had found someone who would be a keeper. And like the chocolate and vanilla of the cookie, Andrew and Matt are two halves of the same whole. They genuinely enjoy being around each other, whether it is exploring Italy or Tunisia, driving 17 hours through a blizzard to Michigan to see Einstein on the beach, or sitting at home and knitting side by side. And today may it be the first of your happily ever after. Marriage is a sacred ceremony. We have pulled from different faiths and traditions today, beginning with the huppah, which is a symbol of the home being established by the married couple under the canopy. In Matt and Andrew's case, this huppah was created using a blanket that Matt's great-grandmother made and a rug created by Andy's grandma Barbara. There's also a handkerchief on the other side, embroidered by Matt's Nani, and embellishing those are an assortment of pieces from people who were well-loved but are no longer with us. Because as we know, the ones that love us never really leave us. You can always find them in here or in the huppah or surrounding area. We're standing on land that Andrew and Matt own, a forest filled with trees that have been whispering their stories for hundreds of years. And they may not be the Ents, but they have their own histories, and the woods that surround us remind us of how some things, like love and nature, stand the test of time. As Thoreau so eloquently put it, I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I did not wish to live what was not life. Living is so dear. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life. And that is what Andrew and Matt wanted to do. Whether through their callings of helping others, their friendships, or their travels, they seek to do, explore, and love. There's a saying I've heard before, and I'm going to paraphrase, but a woman asked a fellow traveler, "Where's home for you?" "Wherever he is," he replied, and pointed to his husband. Home is where love is, where you rest and revive, where you laugh and enjoy. And whether that is Vermont, or Alabama, or, New Jersey, home is wherever you know the most important person home is where you know you are the most important person, the one who chose you. Andrew and Matt, you selected each other. As Professor Slughorn of Hogwarts once said bravely, it is impossible to manufacture or imitate love. Throughout the paths of your lives, you've met innumerable people, and you have infinite options and choices along the way. And yet, here you stand before your friends and family together. Yours is a remarkable love, not only because of all the twists and turns in life, and you connected through them, but because your person chose you back. You've found someone to attend concerts at the Met with, to watch weird early 90s documentaries about theremins with, and to learn languages by labeling all your appliances with foreign words with. Based on that friendship and laughter, your journey through life will be forever entwined. And we would not be here but for the love of your parents. So with that in mind, I would like to invite Harris and Susan and David and Becky Trieber to please come forward. We're going to need someone to take over the video.
Okay.
I'd like you two to hold on to the candle.
Sam?
Light it.
You guys get it? And you guys get a candle?
Yes. The bowl is from Tunisia. The candle is from a local artisan. And I was going to ask you all to recite the Jonathan Larson classic Light My Candle, but thought better of it. Yeah. So instead,
Not appropriate.
Yeah.
So by lighting this candle, two candles become one as families come together. A wedding is more than the people making the commitment to each other. It is also their families promising to support and love them both, to be there in good times and bad, and to respect and love each other as each tribe expands to embrace the other. And hopefully the candles stay lit long enough for us to light the candles.
This is what it hits the wax at a
Yeah,
point.
it's what happens when you go to the local artisan.
This is true.
Okay.
There we go.
It's
All right.
possible that this will be moisturizer as
So
well.
hold this together.
So the two of you
You're
can.
supposed to hold that.
Oh,
And
I'm
you two
supposed to
can
hold
yes,
this,
and
right.
you two can light that together.
Let's get quick.
There we go.
Just
Yeah,
like it.
we probably
Try not
should've
to
cut
burn
that
your
before.
fingers.
Yeah. Like how we ended.
Or light the cap.
like how it
We're gonna try
hurts.
not to light the woods on fire. We own this area.
Well, it clears it quicker.
Now it hurts.
That does make sense. There we go.
Oh boy. It
Oh
doesn't.
no, it worked together. You guys got it.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That.
There's fire.
Ish. Perfect. Look at how well that's done.
Yay! And now the symbolic blowing out of the candle so we don't light the
You can
woods
blow
on fire.
those two out.
There we
And
go.
we can just set this down.
Yeah, you can set that down in front. If it goes out, it goes out for the time being. And if not, we will put
But
it
yeah,
out.
really don't start a fire.
One way to clear it.
It's gonna rain tomorrow.
But don't put it on that. Don't put it on that. It'll never clean up. There you go.
I'm just gonna continue. Sorry, Mandarin.
No, just put it in the dirt.
Here.
Here, Matt, you want to hand it to me?
I got it.
You got it?
Right there.
Logistics. Alright. Thank you.
You know.
During a fire warning.
Fireworks, that was it.
Just keep an eye on it.
We're fine. It's all good. Using a crocheted chain created by Matt's grandma Elizabeth. Emily? There we go.
It's a very beautiful chain.
It is. Hands together.
Remember?
We
I
did.
don't.
As we wrap this around your hands and wrists, let it be a physical reminder of
Figure it
the,
out.
You don't have to
Figure it out.
of the importance
Improv.
of holding on to each other and the closeness you feel in this moment. May it carry you through into the future.
Oh yeah.
You're ready?
Mhm.
Okay,
good.
So while we're bound, we're going to ask Rich to come forward to please do the reading. Thank you.
This is what it was for. Who knew?
Yeah, great.
So I chose two excerpts from Adrienne Rich's 21 Love Poems. So part number 3. Since we're not young, weeks have to do time for years of missing each other. Yet only this odd warp in time tells me we're not young. Did I ever walk the morning streets at 20, my limbs streaming with a purer joy? Did I lean from my window over the city listening for the future, as I listen with nerves tuned for your ring. And you move towards me with the same tempo. Your eyes are everlasting, the green spark of the blue-eyed grass of early summer, the green-blue wild crests washed by the spring. At 20, yes, we thought we'd live forever. At 45, I want to know even our limits. I touch you knowing we weren't born tomorrow, and somehow each of us will help the other live, and somewhere each of us must help the other die. And number 10, your dog, tranquil and innocent, dozes through our cries, our murmured dawn conspiracies, our telephone calls. She knows. What can she know? If in my human arrogance I claim to read her eyes, I find they're only my own animal thoughts, that creatures must find each other for bodily comfort, that voices of the psyche drive through the flesh further than the dense brain could have foretold, that the planetary nights are growing cold for those on the same journey, who want to touch one creature traveler clear to the end, that without tenderness we are in hell.
So,
Yeah,
Now we are symbolically unbinding, but we will metaphorically always be bound. Yeah.
yes. So, Andrew and Matt have written letters to each other, which they will read now. Matt, you are up first. Now I need to choose.
So I'm going to try to wing this a little bit. I wrote some notes more than anything else.
Letter for the people in the back.
Sorry. So I've been dreading this part for weeks. How to express what I feel for you is a tough thing, because anyone who knows me knows that I don't think in terms of feelings. I analyze everything. So I've been wondering, sort of, what do I say? How should I say it? And who can I make read it first to make sure that what I said is appropriate? And then I realized that sometimes you just know something. And I realized that that's the case with you. I realized that the best time of my day is when you get home and I get to greet you with Jarndyce. When something happens, I can't wait to talk to you about it. Perhaps even in German.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love watching each other grow to value and share each other's interests. From your first fish show at the Garden on December 30th of 2012 when you left and said, that was actually pretty fun, to fast forward to 2022 when you said, wait, we're only seeing them 4 times this year?
Right.
Or me making plans to see every Marvel movie in the theater with you, as long as the New York Times review doesn't say that it revels in mediocrity. I could talk to you about everything. You know that it's love when you can say, I want to talk to you about moving to Alabama, and find ways to actually get excited about that. The past 11 years include the best and most adventurous times in my life. It's our love for each other that makes me so excited to see what we can do together next. If we do.
Matt. Sitting on the kitchen floor in my house in Brattleboro on our first date, I fell in love with you. Which was strange because we had just met. And my intellectual brain exploded over that. It seemed foolish. But thankfully, my heart won out, and my brain fell quickly in line. For our second or third date, you took me to shoot guns. Possibly the most anti-me thing you could have done. And it was weird, making zucchinis explode, and even still, or perhaps as a direct result, I loved you. And that set the tone for how we work. You ground me in the gritty realism of the world, when my heart overwhelms and confuses me, and then you help my heart catch up. You've shown me that murder documentaries can make for a satisfying night, and that a vacation in Chernobyl could be a grand adventure. And over time, you've shown me that being a realist doesn't mean being emotionless. And one of my favorite secret aspects of Matt is that for all of your grounding in the here and now of our mundane world. You have shown me time and time again that you have the biggest and most emotional heart of anyone I know. And my job as we move forward together is both to help you cultivate and magnify that huge, giving, beautifully emotional heart and to fiercely protect it from harm. But mostly, here and now, after more than a decade building life and community together, when we sit next to each other holding hands in the movies on our Wednesday date night, when we hold each other before going to sleep and talk about our days while feeling the comfort of each other's touch, when we hug each other tightly when we've been apart for more than a few hours, I know this deep in my heart and soul. Without you, the ground thaws, the rain falls, the grass grows. Without you, the seeds root, the flowers bloom, the children play. The stars gleam, the poets dream, the eagles fly. Without you, the earth turns, the sun burns, but I die without you.
So now,
For the record, Matt and I literally said that to each other while we were fighting earlier this morning.
some of us make plans for what time we should get married. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And now for the facts. Andrew, I'm going to have you begin. So blubbery.
Me too. Hold on.
Told you, you didn't listen.
I got it.
Okay. Please repeat after me. I, Andrew Semegram, you can take his hand.
I, Andrew Semegram,
Take you, Matthew Trieber,
take you, Matthew Trieber,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better or worse, for richer or poorer.
for better or worse, for richer or poorer.
I promise to be true to you in good times and bad,
I promise to be true to you in good times and bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life,
I will love you and will honor you all the days of my life,
forever and ever.
forever and ever.
Matthew Trieber. Here. So please repeat after me. I, Matthew Trieber, take you, Andrew Semegram,
I, Matthew Trieber, take you, Andrew Semegram,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better or worse, for richer or poorer.
for better or worse, for richer or poorer.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
I promise to be true to you in good times and bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life,
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life,
forever and ever.
forever.
In these woods, surrounded by nature and your family and friends, do you, Andrew Semegram, take Matthew Trieber, to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Do you, Matthew Trieber, take Andrew Semegram to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Very well. And to commemorate this union, we may now exchange the rings. You should each have each other's on you.
We do.
Good.
I hope so.
I hope. The circle formed by each ring symbolizes your eternal love and commitment to one another. Let these rings remind you always of that love and of the promises you have made here on this day. So please repeat after me as you place the ring on your loved one's hand. So Andrew, you're first. I, Andrew Semegram,
I, Andrew Semegram,
give you, Matthew Trieber,
give you, Matthew Trieber,
this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
Over the arc.
Right. Control the arc.
Please do. With this ring I do wed.
With this ring I thee wed.
And Matthew. Left hand.
This one.
Yes. I, Matthew Trieber,
I, Matthew Trieber,
give you, Andrew Semegram,
give you, Andrew Semegram,
this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
With this ring I thee wed.
This ring.
There is one more tradition, the time-honored breaking of the glass. Now, according to the research I did, loud noises are a time-honored method for frightening and appeasing demons that are attracted to beautiful and fortunate people, like those under the huppah. Shattered glass also symbolizes the fragility of relationships and reminds us to treat them with special care, and is a representation of the commitment to stand by one another even in hard times. Yes, Oscar, it is. But my favorite explanation is this. It is breaking from the past to begin your new life as a family together. And with this being a special gift from Andrew's uncle, who will later create something beautiful out of it from the shards, I feel that is the most appropriate. So, now break glass. So you're going to do this 1 foot, 1 foot.
Okay.
I think that'll...
What is between the two of us?
Yep, between
right?
the two of us.
1, 2, 3. Nope.
Nope.
Jump, jump. You need a rock under it.
Yeah.
You need a rock underneath. I think your grab's too soft. There we go. All right, so now let's shatter it. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
So,
And kicked each other in the
And
process.
Ow.
the beginning of your marriage. Welcome. So, with you broke the shale.
You know.
So now, with these rings and the broken glass and the candle and the binding and your vows, it is my pleasure to now say that by the power vested in me, by the Universal Life Church and by the state of Vermont, I now pronounce you husband and husband. You may now kiss your groom.
Woo!
Mazel tov, yeah.
Get a picture.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has all been wonderful, but now we're on our way. I present to you the married couple.
Thank you all.
Of course. Love you guys. All right, so we should blow that out so we don't set the whole
Or
thing.
Yeah. Really.
So many great candies.
Oh, he waited until you were done.
Oh, that was so nice of it.
Perfect.
So now, if we want to take
Okay, we don't need to
pictures,
film anymore.
etc.
We want it.